Hi, I'm Leanne Shea, Chief Editor MRO for Aviation Week, and joining me today is Constance von Muehlen, who is Alaska Airlines Senior Vice President, Maintenance and Engineering. Welcome, Constance.
Thanks, Leanne. It's good to be with you.
Thanks for taking the time to join me. We only have time for two quick questions today. So if you don't mind, let me ask you the one on many people's minds. Because there are so many uncertainties in the aircraft market right now, how do you plan for 2021?
That's a fantastic question. I think we're confident at Alaska in our business model. We know we have low costs we can rely on. We know we have leisure travelers that we can rely on. So essentially, that's two pillars of our business model that we're going to rely on. And specifically in maintenance, we have a plan to return to service our airplanes progressively through the holidays and then beyond that to spring break and next summer. So we have a path essentially already laid out, and the future we can't foretell, as none of us have been able to do. But essentially, we have a means of either ratcheting that up if we think business is going to be better or demand will be stronger than we see it at the moment, or we can ratchet that down if we see that maybe the pandemic is taking a bigger toll than we thought it would on returning travelers. So it's essentially a plan that aims for where we see the market going, and with an ability to plan upwards and downwards as a result of actual market conditions.
Well, hopefully there'll just be more passengers and more upward planning for all.
Yeah, we can hope for that.
So, speaking of upward things, are you seeing any silver linings for the aftermarket in the pandemic? Are there any little glimmers of positivity?
I guess it always depends on your perspective, what is or is not a silver lining. I'll speak for myself here from a maintenance perspective at Alaska. One of the silver linings is, as you might know, we manage a dual fleet, Airbus and Boeing aircraft, so we've had the opportunity to do a lot more cross-training than we had before, so that has been great for our maintenance team. And I think beyond that, from a cost perspective, clearly there's more used material available on the market, so that's certainly helpful to us as a carrier. I know that wouldn't be a silver lining for for folks who are either selling, an OEM or something like that, and keeping our airplanes in service has been maybe a little bit easier as a result of that. Also, with fewer airplanes absorbing the capacity that's available, there tends to be, at the moment at least, more capacity available, and therefore pricing is very competitive. So we've certainly taken advantage of that. Generally, though, I'll say I hope our industry goes back the other way in more flying, which will constrain some of that capacity going forward. But for the short term, I think that's certainly a silver lining that we've seen from a financial perspective.
That sounds good. Well, thank you for those perspectives. Constance will be speaking on a panel at our upcoming virtual MRO Transatlantic Conference, which takes place October 27th through the 29th. Please join us for that event, and particularly the panel, Restoring Passenger Confidence in Air Travel, taking place on October 28th. Constance will be speaking on that panel. Constance, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.